Hello everyone. Hi everyone, thank you for clicking this video. By the way, this video is going to be fully in English, so for everyone that want to be having a small conversation with me today, thank you so much. And I don't have anything that's really firm to be shared with you guys, but it's just about life updates and also things that teach me during this, July, because today is already 1st of August, by the way, and I will also upload this today. And I just going to share about a couple things that happening on my July, and maybe trying to share about a couple things that I'm grateful for, and maybe we can take some key takeaways for ourselves in our life. So let's go. So by the way, I've been thinking about this, that I wanted to create this thing as a daily thing. Not a daily, I mean maybe weekly. So just talking about things that happening, like life updates, and also sharing about things that kind of interesting to be shared with everyone, but in English, because there's that feeling. I know there's some kind of theories about how some people are actually much more comfortable to telling about their feelings in English, and that person is me. So if I want to talk about sentimental things, I think it will be better for me to just talk in English. So yeah, first of all, I just got my I just finished my thesis defense 2 days ago, I think. 2 days ago on 30th of July, and I'm just so happy that I finished that. I literally skipped to do the things that I enjoy the most, like creating YouTube videos or reading a couple of books, or even watching Korean dramas or anything. I skip a lot of things and just focus to do my thesis defense, the preparations and everything, and it's just so overwhelming, mentally and also physically. I just too focus, and sometimes the mental burden that you get from those type of things is actually crazy, and it just makes me feel that I don't belong in this world, that I cannot do anything, I'm useless and everything. It start to happen, when you, especially because of my background, that everyone on my year is already graduated. Not everyone, but mostly, I think mostly people on the same year of me is already graduated, and there's only me and a couple of my friends that haven't graduated. But I think people will never look at that way. People is not, sometimes it's just on my own mind, on my own thought, that I'm left behind. But yeah, that's how your own mental health is trying to kill you, and yeah, it's just very overwhelming. And also some of the family matters that happening during my period of time of preparing the thesis defense, and also a couple of revisions and everything is also being added to the to my overthinking list. That's why a couple of weeks before the 30th of July is kind of hard for me. That's why I feel like it just never ends, even until the night before I did my thesis defense on 30th of July. Some of my friends know that I got some kind of problems with my supervisors, and with my supervisors and with one of my supervisors. But yeah, I just admit that I did something wrong, and finish it already. But still, the mental burden that you get from those things that happen unpredictably is just so hard to be handled with. And yeah, it's just so hard for me. But I feel like every time I got into a big things that I feel that I cannot handle the smallest act that people do to me is actually the ones that saves me. It's just so funny. For example, I remember it very clearly. I think in the beginning of July, I was posting about like my mental health conditions to my close friends, and I was kind of like thinking that, oh, maybe I need to start to go to a therapist. Which actually, by the way, on the same time, I also have this, like this small things that still popping up on my head that telling me that, oh, your problem is not that big. Why you need a therapist? This type of inner thought that you have. But I post that on my close friend list with my close friends that I trust the most. And you know what? The funniest thing happened to me. Like, it hits me on my face that everyone that I know that they're a great person, they have like a really great achievement, and I really trust, like my friends. And all of them have their own therapists. And it just makes me feel like, oh, why don't I do this earlier? Because, I just found out that having a therapist doesn't mean that you're, like a problematic or something. It just the way you treat yourself much more better than, like people that having the ability to know, the ability to make you calm, or basically just to find out what's like what's the hardship that you get through it, or maybe even just like someone to talk to. Therapist is a good idea. So that's why a couple weeks ago I started to find some kind of like therapist. People, some of my friends recommend me, and that's one of the life updates that I got. And talking about like the smallest act that people did to me, basically I'm realizing that some of my friends, not even friends, just someone that I know from like a small event, or my junior that I helped when they were trying to get into a scholarship, or some of like my friends that I just got introduced to in some small events with my other friends. And sometimes those people, when we were like walking by ourselves, thinking about our lives and feeling useless, and those people started to come up and then say hi, it just makes your day much more even better. Because there is this story of me that I just got very sad one day, because my thesis was having so much problem. Like, there's so many things that I need to fix for my thesis, and it's just so hard for me to finish that things on one day. And I just started to realize that, oh, maybe I just need to go home. And at that time it was me on the library, by the way. So after that I was thinking, okay, maybe I need to just have some rest first, and I will continue it on the way home. And then when I walk outside, I got outside, and then suddenly it started to rain, like very big rain. I just really sad at the time, like, why is it, like, I already got a problem with my thesis, and then it started to rain, and then I feel like, what can happen again? And then I just will walk, like inside the building, because my campus is like connected in every building, so you just can like walk to the gate by under the building. So I just walk, and then maybe like after 5 minutes, there's someone that just say hi to me, like, hi, are you Nabila? And then I was like, oh yeah, who are you? I was like, at that time I was really clueless about who is he. And then suddenly he talks about, oh, we got into like one of the event that you and me are together in. And then I was like, oh yeah, I remember you now. Like, but at the time I didn't remember his name. But after that he told me about, oh, my name is blah blah blah. And then, oh yeah. And I just felt like, oh, it feels good, you know, when a small act, when people just recognize you, or people just start to say hi to you, smiling towards you when you're having a hard time, it's just very helpful, instead of just like, you know, like people that may be trying to give you solutions or everything. Just kind actions. And realizing it after a couple of times that happening to me, you know, realizing it helps me to get through tough times, and making it to, you know, like making it to be like conclusions, maybe for myself, especially like the conclusions that I got in my head after a couple of times people just doing a small act to me. It's that sometimes it's not about the, you know, like the solutions that we need, or even that people trying to tell us, or people trying to dictate about what you should do. No, it's not about that. But the comforting smile and a short hi, or even like the feeling that you're not left behind, that I know you, that we have something in common, or something like that, you know. It's actually the sweetest thing. And we, as someone that, you know, like ordinary persons, can do that to everyone that we know. So every time I was having a hard time, talking to my security in my neighborhood is actually a good thing, because every time I say hi, they will always talk to me like, oh, where are you going? Or, oh, hi. I know it's just like a formal things to do, you know, like it's just a routine. But having that, you know, like soft smile when they are asking me where am I going, you know, it's not even, it's just a small talks, but with that smile on their face, it just feels very comfortable. Especially because I've been living on my neighborhood since I was little, so they basically like my uncle. You know, they always like, oh, Nabila, where are you going now? Oh, Nabila, are you finished your school already? You know, like those small compliment or small ask, like, how are you today? Or, you know, I know that it's just a small talks for them, but sometimes for some people on the right time, it actually could help you to fight this cruelty of the world. And it's also becoming a really helpful things for me. You know that living in this world never gonna be an easy life, and realizing it making us to be more aware that everyone also having a hard time. When you start to realize that your hardship is actually not only happening to you, that everyone else around you also happen to be having their own difficulties, or maybe their own problems. It's like, you know, like kind of like, oh, I need to also be nice. I need to also be more considerate to people, and start to do small actions, you know, like smiling, or maybe like just say hi, or, you know, like short firm handshake, to just, you know, like to make them feel better. And I'm really sorry if some of you guys doesn't have the environment that I'm already talking about on this video, I'm really sorry about that. But I think maybe it's not about that you are not worth it. It just maybe that you just need more time, and just maybe you have not find the right place yet. So don't giving up on yourself. Start to find a better environment for you, an environment that actually can accept you who you are. That's actually the important parts, because sometimes people will, like, having different perspective of you, and not everyone is going to like you. That's also the things that happen for everyone, right? So start to find someone that's actually feel that you are worth it. Or maybe if you cannot do that, just be the one, like start to create the environment that you want. Start to be nice to everyone that you have around you. Maybe from that point on, people will start to be kind to everyone else. Well, it's a hard thing to do, but yeah, because sometimes people with toxic environments not really realizing that they are actually being pushed. And if you already realizing and you want to escape from that environment, there are two options. The first one is you start to change your own environment, or if you don't have the energy, just get out and then try to find another world that you want to live in. And that's one of my, I will call it like the unique ways God saves me. Yeah. From those people that giving me like smallest actions. Yeah, sometimes it feels like they were an angel, like they were just start to, oh hi, how are you, like out of nowhere. When I was jumping into like a Gojek ride, and then the driver just started to talk to me about, that life is too short to be overthink and everything. It's just like, it hits me on the spot. Like I just realized that, oh yeah, I don't need to think too much about this. Life is just very short to be overthink with something that you don't want it to be. That's why. Maybe that is one of the way God saved me. Surround me with people that actually care about me. Or maybe surround me with people that having a good intentions towards me. I don't know. But I'm hoping that you guys having a good time for this beginning of July. For this the new beginning of August 2025. I'm really hoping that everyone that watched this video could get their new beginning. Everything that you already try in your life is actually being watched by our Creator. So never ever give up. Okay? And see you guys on the next video. Bye bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please tell me what more should I make on this video. See you on the next one. Bye bye.